live at the United Spirit Arena waiting for tip-off at 6 o'clock. The Red Raiders will be looking to start 2-0 on the season with Chris Walker at the helm and a bunch of newcomers looking to gel on the court as well. We'll have highlights coming up on the news at 9. We're here live at the United Spirit Arena waiting for first serve at 6 o'clock, where the Red Raiders host their annual Pink game against the Oklahoma Sooners. They will be looking for their first Big 12 home win. When you come back, we'll have a full recap. For 13 years, the Ronald McDonald House Charities of the Southwest have teamed up with Tech Athletics for the Quarterback Sack fundraiser. Each time the Red Raiders sack the opposing quarterback, your pledges help sick or injured children and their families. Texas Tech Athletics and Texas High Plains Cotton Industry partnered up for the second annual Celebrate Cotton game against Texas State. Everything was on display here at the Jones, from big cotton strippers to small bells placed outside the gates. Red Raiders soccer putting the finishing touches on its very good regular season tomorrow night. Tech hosting the Cowgirls from Oklahoma State, the match televised nationally via Fox Soccer, but the bright lights should not bother the Red Raiders.
These guys have played in front of 2,300 against A&M, 2,200 against Kansas. We've been on the road at places with big crowds. I think we had close to 2,000 against Texas last year in the season finale. So they've had big crowds, that part. And we've been on TV a few times this year. So, as far as that goes, I think they understand that the biggest part of this weekend is Friday night's opponent.
Kickoff tomorrow night set for 7 from the John Walker. Tigers and Giants Game 2 World Series bottom 2, scary moment here. Gregor Blanco back up the middle, watched the ball hit Doug Pfister square in the melon. He was okay, believe it or not, and stayed in the game. Yeah, coach, it hit me right there. Pfister allowing 1 run on 4 hits in 6 innings. His counterpart too good. Madison Bumgarner shut down the Tigers on 2 hits through 7. Last night's hero Pablo Sandoval doing his part at third. Giants win again 2-0. With Fox 34 Sports, I'm Lauren Bogle. We're here at the United Spirit Arena waiting for first serve set for 6 o'clock, where TCU will battle against the Texas Tech Red Raiders at the United Spirit Arena. Texas Tech will be looking for home court advantage, seeing that TCU got the better of the Red Raiders in Fort Worth. Come back and we'll have a full recap. Welcome back, everyone. No surprise, Chris Walker named interim head coach of Red Raider basketball. He takes over for Billy Gillespie, who resigned 2 weeks ago, citing health concerns. Now to football, TCU's hopes of winning the Big 12 title taking a big hit. Casey Paha suspended after being charged with a DWI Thursday. The junior reportedly ran a stop sign and hit a curb before being pulled over in Fort Worth. In Lubbock, tradition dictates that Texas Tech football is king. But in the spring of 2007, that unbendable fate began to change. When athletic director Gerald Myers put his faith in a women's soccer coach with little on his resume, but a lot on his mind. Tom Stone stepped into the arena of Texas Tech women's soccer, ready to start a tradition of his own, winning.
They said, okay, based on your resume, you don't have much college experience. I was an assistant coach at Clemson for 1 season, but you're the guy we're looking for. And so they really went out there in terms of kind of off the beaten path to say, despite your lack of college coaching, we feel like you've got all the tools to start our program over. And I really owe them a lot, because a lot of ADs just wouldn't be able to get past the fact that I hadn't spent a lot of time coaching in college.
A successful coach and humble person, Stone never takes anything for granted.
Not a big golfer, love to hunt. My wife fortunately allows me to go hunt with my dad a couple times a year and take my son. But, at this stage of the game, it's Texas Tech and it's the family, and that's it.
Stone has done more than just win. He has changed the lives of many of his athletes.
And he really believes in me, and he kept telling me, he knows the impact I'm going to make, and he really just was every day, motivating me and just kept pushing me to keep going. And it was really just, the things he would say to me, and just, phone calls or texts saying, everyone's looking up to you, you need to, just stuff like that, and it really just kept me pushing.
He's just probably one of the most inspiring and best coaches I've ever had, and there's parts of it that are from his experience from coaching, but just that he's a good person is really what makes him such a good coach. And he develops personal relationships with his players, on and off the field. So he knows you on the field, and I know what to expect from him on the field, and I know what to expect from him off the field. So just that communication and knowing each other on and off the field is really important for us.
The players just have to be more than an athlete, I think, to coaches. If they want to bond with their players, they've got to be They don't have to be all into their business, but they have to be there for them when they need advice, when they need guidance, when they just want to check in and see how the family is, or there's something going on in their life that you've been privy to and you can either help them with or just be supportive of. I think you have to be involved at some level beyond just the coach telling her how to run or how hard to move. Now with me, because I'm pretty high octane and have a pretty high volume, I have to occasionally pull the team in and tell them how much I care about them, because I start to wonder if they're starting to wonder if it's been a tough week or something. But as long as you continue to build those relationships with the individual players, then that relationship can withstand a bad game, a tough game, or a bad decision on the part of the coaches. You know, on more than one occasion, I've gone to a player and just said, look, you know, I apologize. What I saw happening as I watched it on film wasn't happening. And so, you know, you were in the right, and you know, I'm sorry I jumped on you for that.
He knows how to and when to coach, and that goes back to him making personal relationships with our players. He knows how yelling at someone's going to affect them, and if it's somebody that doesn't strive off of being yelled at, then he's not going to yell at them. But there are times where he knows he has to be hard on us, and he's going to be hard on us, and that's what makes us better. But you know, behind the scenes, he's just somebody that likes to have fun with us, and we are definitely a team that likes to have fun, so he's the perfect coach for us.
Suffering a season-ending knee injury last year, Connor Williams will have one more chance to take the field with her teammates and a coach who has touched her heart.
He gave me an opportunity that no one else would have given me. And just for him to believe in me when no one else would, is just, there's nothing else to say but thank you. And I just hope that I made him proud.
The Texas Tech track and field team is coming off an impressive performance at the 2013 Big 12 Outdoor Championships, where the Red Raiders finished third overall with 114.5 points. Tech is one of two Big 12 schools with both men's and women's teams appearing in the top 20 of the national rankings, coming into the West Preliminaries hosted in Austin this weekend. Senior veteran Katie Grimes hopes to improve her time from her career best record of 12 seconds and 99/10 of a second, coming into Austin ranked 4th overall in the 100-meter hurdles.
I'm really excited to break 13 flat. It's hard to do, and it's hard to consistently break 13 flat, but once you break that barrier, hopefully I don't run slower. So my goal is to improve.
As Grimes continues to break records, one of which being her own record at Tech this season, she is ready to put the cap on her senior year.
I'm just excited to have been able to represent Texas Tech for 4 years, and to come from, not being very good my freshman year to now being one of the top athletes, and I'm very thankful.
The meet this weekend serves as a first round of the NCAA championships, with the top 12 finishers in each event advancing to the NCAA championships in Eugene, Oregon. Candace Whitaker, fondly known as Candy by her Red Raider family, will be taking over for the Lady Raiders as the 6th head coach for the Texas Tech women's basketball program. Her resume is extensive, being a 2-year letter winner at Tech, the point guard for a pair of Sweet 16 teams, associate head coach at Oklahoma State, and the head coach at the University of Missouri-Kansas City for 6 seasons. Whitaker hopes to use her leadership, toughness, and experience to direct the program to success.
I've been in that head coaching seat. I've learned a lot. I made mistakes. I did some things right. But I was fortunate to be in a place that allowed me to grow and do those things. So I'm very comfortable in that seat. I realize that I really like that seat. And I'm excited. I understand what comes with it, good and bad, decision making, and everything that comes with being a head coach.
Marcia Sharp was Whitaker's former coach and was also on the hiring committee, and Whitaker says she did learn from the best.
She's just such a problem solver and a visionary, and really someone who reaches out and wants to help other people. It's not about Marcia Sharp. It's about, it's always about, I think, growing the game of women's basketball, Lady Raider basketball, and now she's continued to do great things for all areas.
For KTTZ, I'm Lauren Bogle.